So today we're going to talk about how to eat to reverse and prevent insulin resistance. And this is something I see very often. I hope you guys are seeing the presentation, especially in women who feel like they're doing everything right, as you mentioned right now, Moni. They're trying to eat healthy. They may even be eating less, exercising more, and still not losing weight. And they feel tired after meals, they crave sugar, their energy crashes in the afternoon, and they notice more fat accumulating around the abdomen, especially that area. And this exacerbates after 40, especially after 30 years old, 35 years old is when technically we all women are in perimenopause after 35 years, and everything starts going deeper as we age. And most of the time, this isn't a matter of willpower. This is about blood sugar and also insulin problem. And the good news is that nutrition can play a huge role in improving insulin sensitivity. So what we eat, how we combine foods, and even the order in which you eat can make a big difference. So here we see a plate. I'm going to show you to you a little bit later, the plates. But first, let's quick understand what insulin resistance actually is. Does anyone know what insulin resistance is that can explain in a few words or easy way to understand? Not really. Okay, well, it's good. It's good to know. So basically, every time we eat, especially carbohydrates, but also the other macronutrients, protein and fat, but mainly carbohydrates, our blood sugar rises, correct? And this is completely normal. This is not something outstanding. It's normal. So once we ingest the carbohydrate, the body releases insulin. And insulin that is created in the pancreas helps move sugar from the bloodstream into the cells so we can use it as energy, just normal. So we ingest the carbohydrate, it converts into sugar, then the insulin is created by the pancreas, and that insulin is like a key that is going to open a little door in our cells to enter into the cell, and then it gives us energy. That's it. But when blood sugar is constantly elevated, we need that amount of certain amount of sugar. But if it's constantly elevated, the body needs to produce more and more insulin. So over time, the cells stop responding efficiently. It's not that it's not responding. If it's not going to respond at all, what I mean is that if your pancreas stops producing insulin, that is type 1 diabetes. If it stops producing, that is autoimmune disease, but it's just like 1 to 2% of population who suffers from diabetes. The rest of them is diabetes, type 2 diabetes, which means that it's not responding efficiently to the signal of the insulin production. And that is insulin resistance. The body is still producing insulin, and sometimes even more than normal, but the sugar isn't entering the cells properly. I don't know if that makes sense, if I'm explaining myself, okay? So when insulin stays elevated in our body, in our blood, the body stores fat more easily, especially around the abdomen. It also increases cravings, causes energy crashes, and makes fat loss more difficult. Why? Because we are giving our body sugar, okay? And then it responds with insulin. But since it's not responding correctly or quick, as effectively as we used to do it when we were younger, it starts producing more and more and more. So it's like a bad cycle. It's the wrong cycle. So let me go to the next slide. So let's go into the most important part, which is how to eat to reverse, because the good news is that we can reverse insulin resistance and we can prevent it. So I'm going to walk you through simple rules that you can apply right now, right away. So rule number 1, prioritize protein and fiber at every single meal. Do not start with carbohydrates, never. And that is so common when we go to the restaurant and what do they do? Los totopos, right? bread with butter. It's the worst because it's a combination of just energy, just calories, and it's carbohydrates with fat. And if you do that combination without protein, without fiber, boom, your blood sugar is like, this is perfect situation, perfect cocktail for elevated blood sugar. So prioritize protein and fiber at every meal and start with fiber. If you can focus on fiber, would be even better. But if you want to combine both fiber and your protein, even better. One of the most common patterns I see is meals that are mostly carbohydrates, right? Like especially at breakfast, toast and coffee. Oatmeal with fruit or cereal, bowl of cereal, fruit smoothies that we think them as healthy, or they keep selling those fruit juices as super healthy, granola fruit juices. And I'm not saying that they are bad, but probably just a little bit, right? Part of your carbohydrate, part of your balanced plate. But unfortunately, most of the people, most Americans are eating breakfast, just carbohydrates. Or, and I'm not only saying Americans, also French people, for example, they eat a croissant in the morning with coffee. That's it. And no protein, no fiber whatsoever. And these meals spike blood sugar quickly, and then energy drops soon after. Protein and fiber slow down glucose absorption, reduces insulin spikes, keeps you full longer, and supports muscle mass. And muscle keeps you full longer as well. Why? Because it improves insulin sensitivity, because it helps your body use glucose more efficiently. What I'm saying is, if you eat enough protein and you start building muscle, both are going to help you with those cravings as well. Interesting, right? So instead of toast and coffee, you could do eggs with vegetables and avocado instead of oatmeal alone. Yes, I'm not saying oatmeal is bad, but just measure it, half of a cup already cooked. Add protein powder because it's easy, or even collagen, something that contains protein, or Greek yogurt is even better, or eggs on the side. And always a type of fiber. It could be a salad, or sometimes we don't feel like salad in the morning, but a green juice could also be another option. And instead of a fruit smoothie alone, you can add protein powder, chia seeds, collagen, protein scoop, and a little bit of nut butter on top, or nuts. Then we have a complete plate. Remember that in order, and you can see here the plate, in order to build a plate, a balanced plate, half of your plate needs to be full of vegetables. Water is going to be your protein. Water, your actually the plate that I put here, that this dish is like very ketogenic style, but quarter should be your carbohydrate, and a fat portion of fat in each of our meals. That is our portion plate, or our balanced plate. And rule number 2, don't eat carbohydrates alone. When carbohydrates are eaten by themselves, blood sugar rises again quickly. But when combined with protein, fiber, and healthy fats, absorption slows down and glucose stays more stable. So, for example, sometimes we crave a banana alone. Pair it with a little bit of almond butter. Yes, you're increasing calories, But instead of eating the full banana, just half banana and pair it with 1 teaspoon of peanut butter or almond butter, and it's even more yummy from my perspective. And instead of toast alone or with jam, add eggs or turkey and a little bit of avocado toast with turkey or with your eggs. Yeah. And these simple combinations can dramatically improve your blood sugar response. Rule number 3, build balanced plates. The simple way I just told you, half of your plate full of vegetables, quarter your protein, quarter your carbohydrate, and a solid piece of your fat. Could be olive oil, could be nuts and seeds, or avocado. And rule number 4, increase fiber intake. Fiber slows glucose absorption and improves insulin response. It also supports gut health and reduces inflammation. Some great sources include leafy greens, broccoli, zucchini, asparagus, chia seeds, flax seeds, lentils, beans, and berries. And actually, if you suffer from constipation, you really need to increase your fiber intake and your water intake. Fiber, I would suggest flax seeds every day, at least 1 to 2 teaspoons, even 1 to 2 tablespoons, but go slow. That will help so much. Rule number 5, reduce refined carbohydrates and added sugars. I would say get rid of those for at least 3 months. 3 months to start seeing really good results. This doesn't mean eliminating carbohydrates completely. It means choosing better options, highly refined foods like white bread, pastries, cookies, sugar drinks, and even those that says keto, 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 right? There's so many breads out there that says keto bread. Yeah, but when you turn to the label and you see the ingredients, they're basically refined ingredients or refined flour. Still, yes, it is type of starch that is resistant starch. Yeah, but it's refined. So try to avoid those. I think just go with regular natural foods. Rule number 6, space your meals. Constant snacking keeps insulin elevated all day. Allowing a few hours between meals gives insulin time to calm down. This helps improve insulin sensitivity. This doesn't mean forcing yourself to skip meals or all the meals. It means focusing on balanced meals that keep you full so you don't need to snack constantly. When meals contain protein, fiber, healthy fats, hunger becomes more stable. So start with a big salad or a big veggie soup. I love leek soup. It's the best, and it keeps you full and gives you more stable energy, even when you are in a calorie deficit, because definitely we do need calorie deficit in order to lose weight. There's no other way. Yes, keto diet, yeah, carnivore, this, that, I'm getting rid of everything. Okay, but if you're overeating calories, it's just a matter of energy balance, energy that goes in versus energy that goes out. Rule number 7, don't skip protein, especially at breakfast. Breakfast sets the tone for the day. A high carb breakfast can lead to cravings later. For example, coffee and pastry may cause a quick energy spike followed by a crash. So instead, choose a breakfast with protein, eggs with vegetables. For me, it's the easiest, but Greek yogurt with chia, cottage cheese is another option. Protein smoothie, this helps stabilize blood sugar for hours and reduces cravings throughout the day. And rule number 8, support muscle mass. I know most people don't want to go to the gym, but you don't have to. As long as you do something at home that keeps your muscles moving and resistance training, it could be with your own body weight, and also will depend on your level, where you at right now. If you haven't worked out in years, I'm not going to send you to the gym right away. Just walk. Okay, just something that you do. But if you've been walking and you don't see results, then we can add on something else, just one step at a time. And the last rule, focus on consistency, not perfection. You don't need to change everything at once. Start with adding protein to your breakfast, balancing your lunch, increasing vegetables, and reducing sugar in general. Small changes done consistently can significantly improve insulin sensitivity over time. So to give you an example of a balanced day, breakfast could be, again, my favorite, omelet. Eggs and spinach and avocado. Let's go. And I always have a little bit of carbohydrate. Could be garbanzo beans. I always have garbanzo beans or black beans at home. I only cook them with water and salt. That's it. And just serve them on top of my salads as toppings there. And I don't like to heat them up, but it depends. Or quinoa or whatever you have, or una tortilla maíz could be another option. Lunch could be chicken salad with olive oil and a small portion of quinoa or sweet potato. Snack, it needed, if you really need a snack, could be Greek yogurt with berries and chia or flaxseed. And dinner could be salmon with roasted vegetables and a little bit of potato. And this type of eating pattern helps stabilize blood sugar throughout the day. And the most important thing to remember is that insulin resistance develops over time, and improving it also takes consistency. Oh, I forgot to put it here. Okay. But nutrition is extremely powerful when you prioritize protein, balance your meals, increase fiber, reduce sugar spikes, and support muscle. Insulin sensitivity improves. And when insulin improves, energy becomes more stable. You're going to have more energy. Cravings decrease. Fat loss becomes easier, and long-term metabolic health improves. And the goal, again, my friends, is not perfection. It's consistency. Small daily habits that stabilize blood sugar can have a powerful impact over time. And just to remind you that here at Character, we actually offer a 12-week weight loss program. This is where, from our experience, this is not a promise because each person and each body is completely different. But from our experience, we've seen 15 to 30 pounds in this 12-week program, weight loss program. And you will see balance your hormones, better balance hormones, preserve muscle safely, and sustainability with our doctor-guided 12-week metabolic reset. And is a program, is personalized. The pathway includes functional lab testing and, of course, expected outcomes. And you will go hand by hand with doctors, myself as a nutritionist, and yeah, we support you with what you need in case you need uh, tirzepatide or any other hormone. Just in case you need it. And if not, of course, we can personalize it. So, oh, by the way, if any of you are interested in this 12-week weight loss program or any other program that we can personalize for you, just give me your phone number on the chat. Just type your phone number. That's going to be enough for me. And we can reach out to you. And tell me, when is it better to reach out? If in the morning, afternoon, night? No. Oh, no. The light went off. Okay. Ya estamos oscuras. No, I think the baby is sleeping. That's probably why they turn it off, but that's fine. Ya estamos aquí más romantic. Okay. So yeah, just give me your number and I'll call you when we finish this conversation, this presentation. So does anyone have questions for me? Any questions, any concerns, anything that you guys want me to cover, Monica? Was it a lot?
No, I mean, a lot of the things that you talked about, I'm kind of doing, but then I didn't realize that some of the stuff that, because I'm like, I really don't eat carbohydrates, but the garbanzo beans and the black beans are carbohydrates, and I didn't realize, so I might be doing too much of it without even knowing, I didn't really see them as carbohydrates. I think I need to learn more about what category each, because even some vegetables have
Yeah.
carbohydrates. So now I need to kind of distinguish which vegetables are considered carbohydrates, so I don't do too much of for that. So
I
yeah.
totally get it. And that's pretty normal because we've been um told many times that like beans or garbanzo beans are protein sources, and they do contain a little bit of protein, but the majority, the composition of the legumes are carbohydrates. 80% is carbohydrate, and the rest is yes, fiber and protein.
Yeah, so and that's where I think I'm getting confused, because I'm thinking, okay, this is protein and this is vegetables, that garbanzo beans was part of vegetables, and I guess they're not. So that's where I need to, I think, change things up.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so just doing little swaps here and there probably support you. Of course, I'm here to help anytime. Because sometimes we need more precise nutrition. For example, Monica is not burning the same amount of calories as another Monica in another world.
Yeah.
It's completely different and a different stage. They say, oh yeah, we are different. Yeah, and we are different at every year. We change, our bodies changes. It could improve from one year to another. Let me give you an example. So I had a patient who, I think her weight was 130 pounds at the beginning when she was a teenager. And then she increased her body weight to 150. And she said, I feel terrible. I am overweight. Yeah, she's very petite. I'm super overweight. And yeah, she had some kind of weight, extra weight that we can help her. So I help her to lose weight, but in a very, very stable way. And it was very one step at a time. And the weight loss was probably 1 pound per week. That's it. But we realized when she hit 140, she was at her best shape ever. Why? Because she started going to the gym. I think she wasn't going to a gym. She was doing Pilates, only Pilates, 3 times a week. The rest, she was only doing cardio, but just like very slow paced cardio. So she gained muscle mass, and that muscle mass allows her to eat more, because if she would lose until she hit 130 pounds again, she would need to decrease her calories. So we maintain those calories at certain point where she wasn't too hungry, but at the same time we didn't have to decrease too low because we preserve the muscle mass. That's why it's so important to do that. And some people lose weight so quick que se cuelgan, right? So they lose muscle, they lose composition, and they look worse than when they were a little bit overweight, and they say, I think I prefer my face when I was overweight. And that's true. That's why it's very important to do it slowly. And sometimes we also have a number in our minds. Oh, I need to lose 10 pounds or 20 pounds. But actually, you don't have to lose 10 pounds. You probably only have to lose 7 pounds. And with that, it's going to be enough. Oh, we have 10 more minutes for the presentation to finish because Zoom is telling me. Does anyone have any other questions?
I wanted to ask, so if you do have cravings for sweets, what do you maybe recommend as a treat that's still in the healthy, not so high, to raise your insulin type of treat?
Okay, always combine protein, fiber, and try to avoid carbohydrates if you want a sweet treat.
Sweet.
How? Yogurt, Greek yogurt. Go for the. I love Scare. Have you seen Sigis? There's a brand called Sigis. Okay, it's everywhere. Sigis. It's not Greek yogurt, but it's Scare. It's even higher in protein. But if you find Greek yogurt, it's totally fine. It's very high in protein. Combine it with a low sugar fruit, like now that you're doing keto, you are allowed to eat strawberries or blueberries, raspberries, a little bit of that. I would combine it with one or two, and add on topping could be a little bit of nut butter or nuts and seeds. 1 teaspoon just as topping, and that's completely okay with no sugar crashes afterwards. That is one. Another sweet tooth, I love chia pudding. So chia pudding is just 2 tablespoons of chia with almond milk. You hydrate it, and then you combine it with cacao powder and strawberries as well. That's another option. And stevia. You can always use stevia, monk fruit, allulose. Those are safe sweeteners. Or just cacao drink, almond milk, cacao powder, froth it, and stevia. That's it. And I'm done. And it's less than 150 calories. Yeah. Or protein powder. It could be another option. 100 calories. It depends. Of course, here we personalize the menus, and I check how many calories you are actually eating. And based on that, I make the adjustments, because sometimes we see so many menus and recipes and diets over there, and we try to follow them, but they are not adapted to our needs. And probably our bodies needs a restart, boost. And that's what we do. But I hope I answered your questions.
You did. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's a good idea. You know what? I love to buy those little cheeses. It's the squares cheese, but those are lower in fat. It's
The mozzarella or the cheese balls?
no, it's always a Happy Cow. Happy Cow.
Yeah.
That's the name. It's just like 25 calories each, and I combine it with strawberries. Lo envuelvo así. So, and then I eat it. I wrap it up. Yeah, there's so many ideas that I have. I actually have a recipe book, but it's in Spanish. I think I should translate it to English. Yeah, I have a recipe book with 150 recipes. Everything that comes in my mind. And I also ask the AI, can you please give me 10 different varieties of this recipe, and it gave it to me, and then I tried all the, and it's amazing. Yeah, I'm planning to build an app soon. I hope so. And with recipes and ways to cook different meals, and also with fitness. I don't know. Yeah. Just thinking about that. Yeah. Any other questions, my friends? Xochitl or Andrea?
Where are you going to share this somewhere, or so that we can share it with other, like with friends and family?
Yeah, I'm planning to upload it on YouTube. Once I have the link, it's gonna be hidden, but you can share it with more people. So Dr. Ramos will send it through email. Yeah. But
thank you.
Thanks for asking.
And what's the name of your book?
Oh, my book. It's Nutrición Holística, but it's in Spanish. Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay. Do you follow me on Instagram?
No, do we just find you Dulce Dagda?
And on my link tree, you will see it says recetarios más guía de nutrición or consulta. And if it's una consulta, it would be here at Pyracare. So yeah. Any other questions? Anything else? We still have 4 minutes and 23 seconds according to Zoom. No more questions? Okay, well, if there are no other questions, remember, think about the program, share it with other people. We have this 12-week program, weight loss. We also offer other things here, only the nutrition plans, and we are always open to personalize your needs. Whatever you need, that's why we are here. So thank you so much again. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon and talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.